It's time now for the big story, and the best-selling self-help author and former Sun columnist Dr. Pam Spurr, who boasts a huge army of fans, has sensationally been blocked by Davina McCall on Twitter. Why has one of Britain's biggest TV stars cancelled this respected broadcaster and therapist? Well, McCall is writing a book about the menopause and appealed for trans men, that's biological women who identify as male, to contribute. Here is Davina McCall's original video message.
I am editing my book and I've just realised that there is a glaring omission. I really would love to hear from you if you are a trans man or non-binary and you have ovaries and that you are experiencing menopause in some way. You're very underrepresented and you were about to be underrepresented in my book, which is a terrible thing, and I'm really sorry about that.
A terrible thing indeed. Dr. Pam called out McCall with the following tweet, which has gone viral. It's broken the internet. Dr. Pam said, saying gender ideology she said, forgive me, let's just get this right. Dr. Pam said gender ideology is misogynistic, homophobic and totally unsafe for children. Many women won't buy your book now, Davina, because women are sick to death of being sold out by the gender cult. Listen to women, #sex matters. Well, it's been one of the biggest stories online today, and I'm delighted to say that psychologist and social commentator Dr. Pam Spurr joins us exclusively now. Pam, what a treat to see you. Listen, I'm going to get to your reaction to being blocked in just a moment, but why were you concerned about Davina's original video reaching out to trans men? Why is that such a problem?
Well, I was furious to see that she's appealing to what is most likely many vulnerable women who have bought into the fallacy, the fantasy that they were born in the wrong body. And if you look at things like the CAS review into the Gender Identity Service, you see that 70% of young people who believe this have 5 or more comorbidities. They might have depression, eating disorders, they've been bullied, they have internalized homophobia, so they don't accept that they're same-sex attracted. They have all sorts of issues, maybe trauma. And so these are a very vulnerable population, and Davina has a massive and powerful platform. And for her to ask, kind of flatter this group, that she wants to hear about their hormonal sort of profile, their menopausal issues. Well, early menopause is brought on for many of these women who take masculinizing hormones. And Mark, there's a huge list. And I wish Davina had acquaintance herself with the issues these women face. Things like male pattern baldness, sleep apnea, rise in cholesterol, increased heart problems, increased blood pressure, more likely to get type 2 diabetes, early menopause, trouble with their clitoris and sexual arousal, weight gain, depression. That's just part of the list of these women who are taking masculinizing hormones. And I think she was not thinking, or she had not informed herself about the group she had appealed to.
Most definitely, and of course, if a biological woman is taking hormones to become more masculine, she threatens her ability in the future to reproduce. A lot of this is potentially irreversible, isn't it? Now, Pam, you and I have known each other for many years. I'm your #1 fan. What was your reaction to being blocked on Twitter?
Well, I was surprised and disappointed because I felt my post to her, it's not tweets anymore, is it?
Yeah.
Post to her was forthright. I did not feel it was rude or aggressive. Now, when I get a forthright tweet like that, I either answer it or ignore it. I block tons of people who use vile language, make horrible accusations, or keep coming back at me. I block people all the time for that, but not from someone just stating frankly and forthrightly their opinion. But of course, that is her prerogative. She can block whoever she wants. So, my reaction is that, but she's in control of her reaction.
Now, Dr. Pam, I've got to say, I know Davina McCall very well. I starred in the Channel 4 winter sports entertainment show, The Jump, where you got to do a ski jump. That's me and Davina in action. My goodness. I hope I was paid enough for that. Right, that's not really a winter sport, is it? My goodness, where's my career gone? Anyway, The bottom line is, I do know her. She's a very nice lady and a very talented broadcaster. Isn't she just trying to include biological women who feel that they are male and wish to identify as such? Isn't she just being inclusive?
Well, you know, being kind, being nice, this isn't it. It's not kind or nice to encourage women to take unnecessary hormones, to encourage them to believe this myth that they are in the wrong body. There's no such thing.
But briefly, Dr. Pam, just to interrupt you, don't some people feel that they are in the wrong body, though? Would you not acknowledge that psychology?
Well, of course, some people believe desperately they're in the wrong body, but they need help to start accepting themselves. They don't need someone pandering to their fantasy that that it's reality. And that's where I think it's dangerous when someone like Davina doesn't look at all the issues involved. We haven't even mentioned surgery. A lot of women who want to masculinize themselves chop off their healthy breasts. They make choices they can never go back on. Many end up sterile. And I think for her to use the kind of flattery that she did in her video, it just makes these people think, yes, I'm on the right path, because she's such a powerful person. She's one of our best known celebrities. And I've loved some of her programs. But I just think if you're going to take that tack with a book for women about menopause, you're including women by including women who think they are trans. But there is no such thing as being born in the wrong body. So what you should do is just talk to women, but don't give this kind of false hope and, as I say, flattery to a group many of whom have, as I said, lots of comorbidities. And it's very important that that's recognized in this group.
Of course. Now, Davina McCall, as you'll understand, Pam, is not here to defend herself. I'm not certain that she necessarily approves of people having operations or taking medication, but I suppose your argument is that by framing this around trans men, as in a biological female that identifies as male, I guess you're saying that that goes with it. You've been speaking out for a long time on... Go on.
Let me just say, it goes with the territory for many. Many do go for surgery. Many do take hormonal treatment.
Yeah.
Not all do. Some simply dress different, what they feel is their male version. But they don't necessarily do medicalization of their belief system.
Now, Pam, you've been speaking out for a long time on women's hard-won sex-based rights. Have you paid a personal price?
I've paid a big personal price. I've lost work. I've lost acquaintances. Of course, not true friends. True friends have stuck by me, even if they disagree with me. We just talk about it. I don't even want to go into some of the other things that have happened, but I've had terrible trolling. I almost closed my website because I had so many terrible messages come in. So it's been hard, but I will not stop fighting because I have 3 little granddaughters. And if they feel they want to play football, or they want to do something we think of as masculine, I will celebrate them because they are girls, and girls can do whatever they want. Just like if we're talking about men who feel feminine, they can be feminine, but they cannot change their sex.
Dr. Pam Spurr, look forward to catching up in the near future. More power to you. You can find Dr. Pam on X at Dr. Pam Spurr, on YouTube and online through her brilliant website.